Let's take that on down. Turn music down, turn me up. What up, though? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Let's cut the shenanigans out for a hot second. For another episode of What Up, Though Radio, man. Tonight we got a special guest, Mr. Jason Watson, Elevate.
What up, though? What
How
up?
you been, man? It's the second time being around on this show, man.
Definitely, man.
Truly been elevating. And fresh off that 9 for Power 100 Deluxe. Got to put on some clothes to come see you for the notoriety you're going to get in December.
Man, appreciate that.
Ain't we all invited?
Everybody invited.
Oh, I'm coming
They
through.
got a, we're going to get a table, though, y'all.
Yeah, it's going to be December 18th.
December 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We got some really, it was just so happenstance that I've seen something about Fabulous and his stepchild.
Tiana.
What they said, but I was wondering, like, in 2022, as unstable as relationships have been, and most of us in our community don't grow up in two-parent homes, or shit, how important are step parents in 2022 and moving on and beyond? I had a very good stepmom. I never had a stepdad. I don't think I really needed a stepdad either, but I just want to discuss it now. Like, as you date people now, you know most people, especially our age, have children. Some people are not good step parents or don't really have any too much to care about your child. So some people don't care about it.
Don't that say something about the man or woman who they pick to be their step parent?
Yeah, most definitely. Who they pick to be the mate?
Yeah,
most
I think
definitely.
that's
I think
definitely
step
a great
parents are
discussion.
extremely important, though. Thank God my son had an awesome stepdad, who raised him from 5 on up to the current time. So I think stepdads are important. I never had to be a stepmother, though. But I believe if I had to be, I would embrace it. Because kids love me and I'm relatable. So
Everybody
Well,
lives.
for me, I was married for 16 years. And my oldest, I don't even like to use the word stepson. It's really mine. But I've been in his life since he was 3 years old. So for me, like, when you with somebody, like, ain't no, this a package.
Right,
You
right,
dig?
right.
So I always treated him like he was my own. Even to this day, he just left my crib. Like, so don't nothing change.
Yeah, I noticed even, I think I had about 15 steps.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, that ain't me being, that's me being well-rounded. But even they at 23, 30, they old now, and they still recognize me as being like, some of them still call me dad a little bit, or no pop or anything, because I've always, that's something that I see. If I see there's something that's missing, that's a block, because I love children anyway. So like, now we gotta get that together.
But you know what? They plant seeds, man. I told this story about a man that I knew that my mother dated when I was younger. His name was Steven. And I never forget, he was the first black man I seen go to work every day with a suit, a tie on. He had a briefcase. You know what I mean? Like, he worked at a lawyer's office. I didn't even know that at the time. But I saw him get up, go to work every day. And I never forget, I stole some money from him. It was a couple dollars. I stole a couple dollars from him. I got caught, right?
That's what I was
So
saying.
look, I'm thinking he finna go off on me. Like, he sit me down, he have a conversation. He like, man, I love you. You ain't got to take nothing from me. You know what I mean? That changed the way that I saw him. You know what I mean? Our relationship changed after that. So he had an impact on my life. He ended up passing from cancer. So RIP to Steven. But he was just a man that had a time in my life for a brief period. He probably don't even realize the impact that he had, but he helped shape the way that I even deal with my children. You know what I mean? Before I think about whooping them, like, let's have a conversation. Like, I want to talk about what you did and why you did it. So that impacted the way that I parent.
Yeah, I definitely, if you're spending time with somebody's mom and there's a child, well, in most cases though, like, we're so void of black men in the house. Like, it wasn't like I never got into a battle with anybody over me hanging around their son or their daughter because they was either dead, in jail, or just chose not to be around their kid. So it was easy. Like, I felt like it was my duty to do that.
I don't think I never even thought about that, about the stepdad, because, like, I guess I had one. My mom, my sister, daddy, but we really weren't that tight because me and my daddy was tight. To be honest with you, like, we was like, he was there, Like he wasn't the best motherfucker for my mama, but at that point, shit, I really wasn't tripping off that nigga. I ain't even, like to this day, I speak to him, but I really don't fuck with him. Like my sisters, they don't even fuck with him. But I mean, there was some shit that happened, but it didn't really traumatize me. Like it didn't make me think no way about nobody else. But I mean, I don't really fuck with him like that. You know, I say, well, I actually fuck with his family more than I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real
I came
shit.
into I happened to grow up with all of my aunts being married, so I didn't have that. No, you know, everybody was married, so it wasn't until I had my own child to even experience anything step. And when my son's father decided he was getting into a relationship, I had to take the initiative to say, I need you to introduce us. And he was real like, no. And I'm like, no, you got to understand, like, if people only seen us together and you finna put this girl in your life, they're going to consistently ask where I'm at, and she's not going to be happy about that. So my child has to be around this woman. I need to make her understand or help her understand that I'm not her. We are no longer together. You have your own life and you guys are together, and I'm here to support you as long as you can support my son in the healthiest way possible. And for a while he wouldn't do it, and I just came to the assumption that you're keeping us apart for a reason.
You always got the right answers.
No. But I'm just saying it's just another way to look at it as a female, because you have issues with other females, and the word parent is period. There is when you're getting into that situation, there should be no step, there should be no anything. Parent is an individual word.
I think the reason why I say step because I don't like right now, like he met DJ. That's actually my son, little brother. You know what I'm saying? And actually, me and my son, me and his mom weren't even together when DJ was born. You know what I'm saying? Like she was married, but DJ been around me. He called me Big Dog. So like when he first started playing football, everybody thought that was my son. It's like, hey man, your son Cole. I'm like, look, that's my stepson. Because I didn't want when his daddy came to, because his daddy was there. And when he came to the game, I'm like, hey man, that's fat son. Like, and he really didn't have no problem with it because he knew how he was. But I didn't want nobody being like, no, that's his daddy. Because like when they approached me like, hey, I want him to come play on this team, I'm like, look, I'm gonna holler at you, but his daddy over there. You know what I'm saying? But they still gonna talk to me like, go holler at fat.
But all them kids should be your son.
Yeah.
But this is how we need to raise the generation and understand it. I don't care. All of my son. That's my son.
That's my son.
He my son. He my son.
But the same thing even with my kids' father. Like I had a conversation with him when we was young. Like, look, I know this is your son. I'm in a household with your child. Right. Like as a man, I want you to know, respect. Like, I want to show you respect. This your son. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't here to try to take your place. I ain't gonna instill nothing into him that negative about you. Like, we just need to have a conversation out the gate. Right. And I feel like that's period. Like, if I'm gonna deal with any woman on that type of level, where they around my kids like that, then even though I'm no longer with my ex, this they mother. So I'm gonna holler at you like this what it is, out of respect. Because if something happened with them kids, you gonna want to know like why that happened. And I feel the same thing. Like, I don't care who you deal with. I don't care about nobody. Now, but I'm saying when it comes to my kids, I need to know what's happening.
But to piggyback,
for the most part, go ahead if you're gonna piggyback.
To piggyback off that, I always found that kind of funny. Like, even with me dealing with somebody, like, I really didn't see my son that much. I used to always kind of say, like, if you fucking with somebody, they never really thought to ask, like, man, where dude daddy at? Because I'm the type of person, I want to find out. I want to know what I'm getting myself into.
Right.
Because, I mean, we all do repeatable things. Right. If you do it to me, you're probably going to do it to me. It ain't saying that you will, but it's a good chance. I want to know, like, man, what did you do? Because I think she cool. Like, what did you do to make her be like?
I don't know if I want to have that.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I'm not saying go that deep. Like, but I want to know, like, bro, like, why you ain't around? What's going on? She didn't let you see the baby. Why? I want to know.
Is it you or is it her?
Oh,
like,
got you. So
no,
that's a different question.
Because I'm going to have a problem with it.
Do you think it changed? Like, I think it's easier for men to sit down and talk about stuff like that. Men who respect men. Because for the most, I don't take her around, my baby and all that.
I was on somebody going through this shit right now to this day. I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
That's the man's fault.
That's the
man's fault.
It is the man's fault.
Why? Tell me why you say that's the man's fault.
Because if you put yourself in a situation to where you take care of your kid, like do what you're supposed to do day in, day out, you can't even tell me who can come around my child. Like, I feel like that. That's not even. Okay, so listen. When I'm saying custody, I'm saying like I get my baby 4 days a week or 3 days a week. On my 3 days, if I take her, man, I've been handling, man. I don't have to come to you and say, asking my girlfriend to be around her because you know I do what I do. You ain't even gonna second guess me if I'm handling my business unless we still fucking.
But I'm saying my kids
Other than
love
that,
me.
it ain't
They
gonna be
want
no
to be
problem.
around me regardless.
That be the
Even
man's
if-
fault.
It don't always
even
happen
gotta
like
be-
that.
I'm
though,
not
bro.
saying, but for the most part, it's the man. If you handling your business and you taking care of your child, and it's strictly about your child, you're not gonna have no problem with no other girl seeing your baby
That,
because the feeling's gonna be gone.
that sounds good.
It's
In
the
some
truth. I've been there
perspectives.
5 times.
Yeah, that's your truth. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm
you
saying, okay, I can just take my life.
Yeah.
I ain't never not been in my kid's life ever, but I've always had some issues about my kids being around other women.
Why is
But
that?
was you still
Because-
dealing with their mamas?
But at one point, no,
That's not what I just said.
no,
Come
no,
on.
it's the point I can say that within the last no, because I ain't messed with none of my children's mom. And damn near 15
But are
years.
you flirting with them? Or
No,
you giving them?
no.
When was this a problem? Where y'all was still liking each other? I guarantee
It
you.
was it's making me air people out. I'm not really trying to air nobody out for
Right.
something because I'm not mad.
Just call them
about
all
it, no.
Judy.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
But
just
it's just like
it's not really earned.
But it's just
I was
like-
just speaking on your experience.
But it's just like I'm just saying, like it's not always that cut and dry that you take care of your son or you take care of your daughter that you automatically get a gold pass to take them around somebody else because they might not be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time I remember I saw my son. He's wearing a Chicago White Sox hat. I was picking him up from baseball practice. I'm like, where you get that stupid ass hat from, man? Blackie gave it to me. I said, no, the fuck is Blackie?
Why you? But I'm saying, like, why was you?
Because I want.
But that's like part of the problem, though.
Because he
Because-
hadn't done anything but a hat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because listen,
Like I could sit
because
there
listen,
with
you
like,
putting it in your son's head, like, who the fuck did this and why that head got to be stupid? If I'd have went to her first, like, who was so and so that gave my son a hat? But why didn't you know? That's
Okay.
the whole point.
That's my point.
Evidently, you was
That's
doing
where
something
the
wrong
conversation's supposed to
when
come
it comes to
from.
taking care of your child, but you
No, it's
don't
not.
know.
That's not
Why do I
evident.
have that?
No, because I was surprised. You know what I
See,
said?
Nah, that ain't true.
You know what I
That's
said?
not true, though.
I said I was picking up
That
my
ain't true.
son
What?
from baseball practice. Matter of fact, I was the coach of the baseball team. So when I seen it, I'm like, that automatically just.
so
like-
he can't think for himself. Even if he wanted to work, he
How old
knows
was he then?
his daddy is a Yankee fan.
It wasn't even that. It was just I
That's what
know.
I'm saying.
It's just I know your clothes.
But I think,
I know what you got
bottom
on.
line,
It would have been.
but bottom line, in my opinion, the conversation should have been had with you
Exactly.
if somebody gonna be around my kids.
Exactly.
Not that I care about who you. Man, when I say I don't care, I don't care. But I'm saying at least let me know who they is. Because if something happened with I ain't got no conversation.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you
I
know
got
she
so
was
I
wrong.
gotta tell you.
But you ain't got a conversation with who?
I mean, is it a time limit? Like, do I get to at least
Just
know he
tell
gonna be
me.
a? So I gotta
Yeah.
tell you,
He might not be the
everybody
one.
knows my life.
You gonna bring your
No,
son?
I'm
to
saying-
Saturday?
saying-
You
I
just
don't
said.
know,
You
I don't
just.
even know if this nigga gonna be here tomorrow.
No,
I ain't
no,
telling
no,
you
no.
shit till it's relevant.
But
Nigga, let me
you
say
said-
it like your son put it on.
Maybe I might
What you
tell
just
him. But
said.
he might be buying a
But
hat,
I-
giving his
so-
mom, and I
so what I'm
may not
saying
make that
is-
decision.
So what I'm saying is, if there is somebody, I don't know the ages of the kids. I think that matters as well too.
Over
You know,
5.
but if somebody is around your kids consistently,
Then it's
You
a
don't-
must.
right?
It's a must. That's what
It's
it's
all
So
about
you-
the
so-
feelings, man.
If you're giving gifts to my son, then
Go
you've
ahead.
been around him enough to find some
Giving
type
what?
of likeness. Some type of
You said-
Some
likeness.
you said-
people
well,
just
not
get gifts.
No, I'm not giving. I'm not.
I'll give a gift on the first
People
day.
get
Yeah,
gifts.
But if I go to the mall with you, I'm buying your son a hat
Hey,
right
but
now.
fair,
I ain't even got a hat. I ain't gonna know. I ain't gonna know
It's gotta
Versace watch.
You don't wear hats.
Yes, I do got hats.
They ain't important to you.
Yeah,
I
Like
agree
I ain't never
when
seen
somebody
that man with
becomes
that.
relevant.
when they're relevant.
But
And
if they're around your kids that much, they must. With any consistency
but with
in
the
my
respect
mind, they
that
must
you
be
got of
relevant.
me as your baby's mother, you
That's
should
what I'm
know
saying.
when that point comes, I'm going to tell you. Relevant if it's a hat, it's a hat. We're not talking about making a college decision. We're not talking about what bank he gonna bank at. We just saying a hat.
But-
so trust me enough.
This is what I'm. It's not about the hat.
It was.
It's about the act of there's a bond being built with my son by another adult that I do not know. You could have been like, hey, Shirley. I'd have been like, who the hell is Shirley? Like, who is you got around my son is this comfortable
What if
telling
it's
you
somebody from
Dirty.
my neighborhood?
30.
They gave him a hat.
30.
Like,
This is
apparently, I was
I
in my
feel
son's
like-
life to
I'm
know
a-
where you getting stuff from. That don't make no sense for you just to be having things.
I'm gonna
like
tell you
Well,
why.
you should
It's
have
kind
been
of like, wait a
Like,
minute.
exactly.
And
But
it's the
dirty.
white
So
side.
you really ain't was in
But Dirty, this is the problem. Because the same thing you saying, like I could take me and you with when we had our kids and they was younger, we probably had multiple women. So if my baby mama asked me, real shit, if she asked me, like, who was that? I'd be like, why you want to know? You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna tell you who everybody is because they might not be important. I'm pretty sure we was going to Northwest Plaza. What fuck I was going with a girl I might have just met, and if she want to buy my son a pair of shoes, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's no big deal.
But
Like,
I
I'm not gonna come to you and tell you.
Exactly.
Man,
That's
no,
just
but
me. I don't move
I
like
will
that.
because I know the people who I'm fucking with.
Period. Though.
But-
Like if it ain't somewhere it's like that,
So what you gonna
Nah,
do?
you-
I'm saying like right now, what you? Hey, you
I'm going.
I live by myself. If a
Me
girl finna come over my crib right now, I'm not finna say I gotta take my kids somewhere else. I'm not worried about you around my son.
Yeah,
That's
no,
my- that's-
I mean,
I'm
that's
gonna
just a
protect him
different,
or her.
that's just a different caliber
That's
man.
and then
So I wanna know what they talking about when they say
The
they want
reason-
to bring no chick around your kid.
and the reason I'm not gonna have a lot of women around my kids
Yeah,
is
it ain't
because
about my
I don't want my kids to grow up
It-
thinking like it's cool to
Absolutely.
having a whole bunch of women,
Absolutely.
even though if I was doing it,
Absolutely.
that don't mean I want you doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can use
No,
my
I
father
think
for
that's a
example. I only see my father.
especially the age
with
of
my mother
kids,
and his-
all
and
that,
my
that's gonna
stepmother.
play a role in.
That's the only thing I've ever seen.
Sure.
What's that dirty?
I've only seen my father with my mother and my stepmother. Now
What
I'm
did they
just
do?
saying, it's like, and he told me, he's like, man, he said, just growing up, I just didn't want to have you around no women like that. Like, it just, that wasn't no
That's
style to
an
me.
example.
Well, okay, hold on. Pause. What example did that do for you?
I was a little bit more nice than my dad. I didn't come out that way.
Hey man, no, go ahead.
But I think the example that it sets is like, so I ain't gonna make it like I'm no perfect dude, and none of us are. But for me, I think it's about teaching them value. Like,
Yeah.
you know, even though how I may move, I don't want you to see women simply as objects.
I don't
You
think
know what
their
I'm saying?
value is gonna
So,
work.
so,
Gonna help
so
you
hold
out.
on. Let me. I'm gonna tell you how I'm raising 3 boys that I know it works. Like one is 25, one is 18, and one is 12. So I'm talking about experience. Like it does. I ain't saying that don't mean they not gonna
No,
deal
go ahead.
with
I'm
women.
listening to you. You
I'm not
good?
saying that don't mean that they not gonna deal with women how they choose to deal with women.
Right.
But there's a difference in how you deal with them and what you think about them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that impacts how you're gonna interact. Whether you're gonna be one of these dudes that just lie about everything you do, or whether you're gonna be, because that's a different thing. So all of those things teach your kids something: how you interact with a woman, the ways you interact with her, what you telling a woman, like what you communicate, because they hear all of that.
And to take that a step further, like I can't say you wrong or you right, because if I feel like your kids gonna have their own opinion on how they're gonna treat women regardless, because for your standpoint, and mine might be a little different, because your kids might take a little more shit from a woman because I'm trying to do what I feel like I was instilled to do. Mine might be like, you know what, dog? Hey, I ain't happy. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? So it's no wrong or way. I mean, you got to raise them the way you feel like the way you feel is right.
But
Bottom
don't you
line.
think, let me ask you a question.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think we are responsible as parents to help shape the way that they think?
Yep.
When
Don't
they
you think we have
okay,
not saying we're going to control, but don't we have a responsibility to help shape that?
Let's put it in their head.
Yeah. Don't leave it
I'ma
for them
say-
to try to figure
I'm gonna
it
say
out.
yes, but to me that's not. And I don't want to get off the subject, but that's not more. I feel like it's more important things like education and shit like doing like the women part. I really can't control it. And for real, like once you like my daughter 28, I really don't need to know what you and your people going through all the time.
Well,
Because-
I don't wanna-
because my advice ain't
the
the best advice.
I'm just
But
saying,
one
like,
thing about kids are impressionable.
hey,
So if
Oh,
they
come on,
can,
BT.
no, I hate to disappoint you about this,
But
but
your kids are
I'm
gonna
just
be
saying,
your kid.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna say 5-1.
It's
Our 5-1. This is how most people
who
view.
turned out the way their mom and daddy was right now.
I
That's
did.
not the point. The point she's making,
mama probably
that
did.
I think everybody trying to say is like, if you have good examples in front of you, it's a lot better than not having a good example in front of you.
And
so
And all I'm saying is that I would rather do the part about the man in the suit part rather than talking to you about, hey, I can't bring this girl around you.
but
I'd rather
well,
do the.
but that ain't, it ain't about I can't bring this girl around you.
I know you sound fucked up.
I feel you, like, but all of that's important though. And the reason this is connected to the subject matter, I believe, is because even when somebody come into your life, a stepfather, somebody that's playing that role of that figure, they're going to help shape the way you think, dog. Like it's a reason if my mama, grandmama, granddaddy, everybody own a Walmart, it's a reason I'm probably gonna be owning one too.
They're probably gonna pass it down too.
and they shake exactly.
However way it
Unless you
works.
end up rebelling.
But see, listen, and this is like I'm just going against the grain.
You are.
But
You
but
are.
listen, we all know kids. I don't give a fuck. We all know kids that she was given to them for us to walk once, and they grew up and they don't know how to do shit
Mhm.
because it was all given to you.
I think
But that's a whole
point.
another subject. I got where you're coming from, but I'm gonna change that because I can just do that. When do you be the stepfather too long? When is it time after I'm done messing with you? When do the stepfather role?
That's
When
a
does
great
it stop?
question. I think it depends on the relationship between you and that child.
Not even among
If you
the
built
child.
that, if I built that type of bond with you,
That's the
like
age
this
matter.
friendship, no, I think it depends on the
It can be
type
a
of bond I built
lifetime.
with you.
Yeah.
Like if we built a certain type of friendships is friendships, no matter the age, the gender, any of that. So when I build a certain friendship, a relationship with you, that ain't based off nobody else around. That's based off what we got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's period. I ain't even just talking about in that category. But for me, it's like if I rock with you, I don't rock with you because of her. I rock with you because of you.
Yeah.
That's
So if we ain't
simple
rocking,
right
then
there.
that just means we ain't rocking. But if it's real love and it's genuine, like hit me up for any of this. I don't live with you, so we may not be together every day.
Mhm.
But the love don't never change.
I think because I've heard of cases where people was like for instance, like my son, he would still call some of the girls I used to date, and I'd be like, man, you can't call them over here no more. And I think that was more or less that they were still cool, but I'm like, bro, me and her ain't on that
It
level.
was just uncomfortable
And-
for you.
No, I kind of felt like I knew what they was doing at the same time. See, when you saying the genuine love part, I can feel that.
Mhm.
But I know sometimes people try to stick around, like they play it out through the kids.
That's true.
So
that's
That's
true.
what I'm like some point they'd be like, hey, look, DT, I know me and you cool. You still fuck with Jay, but y'all gotta do that from over there somewhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, I
Because
feel you.
it might be Farrah stepping in, like, why is she still coming around all the time? It can make it. I think it really got to deal with you and the person
That's
more,
real,
almost
yeah.
more than a kid.
Well, everything got to be on the table though. Like when you went back to saying like, was you still fucking with so and so? That's got to be like really transparent. Like, no, I don't fuck with her no more, but I do fuck with Lil Dude, or I do fuck with her daughter. So it's all that's got to be on the table to kill all that.
Did you find it uncomfortable, Farrah?
No. Well, I've been put in that situation. It just wasn't my stepdaughter. It was my son's girlfriend. And so they had been best friends since the 6th grade, and they broke up like the day after prom, senior year or whatever. But I had built a relationship with this young lady all of this time. And once she broke up with my son was like, you can't do her no more. You can't talk to her anymore. You can't do this. And I just felt like, that's not cool because this is a genuine, that's like my daughter. Like, this is genuine love for her, you know? So moving forward, I was just like, I'll never get close to any female he deal with because I don't want to be in a position where I have to choose up. I don't think that's fair. So it just depends. It was genuine love, so it was uncomfortable.
That's weird because like when every relationship that don't last with me, my parents be like, yeah, he is stupid, ain't he? You know what I'm saying? I be like, damn, like, hey, that's your boy back on nothing. Like, so
It's just difficult when somebody doing it intentionally to try to maneuver or to, you know what I mean,
I
use
think
the
I- both
situation
sides.
to a certain advantage. That's different. You
Yeah,
know what I
doing it
mean? When your intentions like is malicious, like you want to be around, you trying to see what's going
I think
on.
my
You
son's
sprinkling.
intentions were malicious, and that wasn't cool.
Mhm.
I didn't think that was cool. He was bitter, and so he didn't want to see us have a relationship because he was bitter. So sometimes women and men, you know, when it comes to step kids, I think they bitter, just like my son was. Hey, son,
How old was he?
shine?
How old was he doing this stuff?
He was senior in high school, so 17, 18.
See,
still
I
young.
would think the older that you get, it'll be easier because you can reach out yourself instead of somebody being 10 and I got to come over there to try to. I just think it's kind of like you
That
say,
Negro was like,
it got to be on the
"That's
table
not
because
your
like when we break up, if you know I've been there the whole 10 years and he calling me daddy, then we stop. It's like I feel like it got to stop. Like maybe me and you should talk about that before we broke up.
You also might feel different at 20 than you do at 30.
Yeah.
So at 30, you might just be like, fuck it. They still hanging. I'm tired of saying something at this point. I'm gonna just accept it. At 20, I'm like,
I just
fuck
think that's
this.
so unfair to like I would never tell my son not to talk to my ex-husband. Like you raised him, you literally raised him most of his life. You was with me 15 years. You was there that whole time. You know,
Right.
I couldn't see myself like, Deshaun, no, you can't talk to him. Or no, you can't talk to him. I would not even
Mhm.
fathom
So does
doing
it
it.
does it matter if it's a marriage then? Like,
Well, even if me and my ex-husband wasn't married, the fact that he was there and he took care of him and he was their role model that whole 15 years.
Do it matter how y'all broke up too though?
No, that doesn't matter because I
think
feel
that
like
plays a
that
part
is
in it.
separate.
I think that played a part.
No, not to me because I know that they genuinely loved each other. I know they had a strong bond with one another. So I wouldn't dare try to separate that, period. I would never. I'm just not built like that.
Sometimes
Yeah,
vindication and
I
all
follow
other
you.
things start setting in. Like you wholeheartedly know that this man deserves to be in this child's life. Some people will take like, nah, he hurt me, so stay the hell
You hurt
away
your
from
mama.
us.
He hurt
Period.
me, so I made it hard for his girlfriend.
I just say,
But I never came in no type of form, fashion that I interfered with him and Deshaun. But when it came to his girlfriend, I harassed her. I did her bad.
but you know what's funny? Like you saying that, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Still the same one.
you know what though?
Do you
Fair?
feel like that was cool?
Yeah, because he was my husband.
It's funny that you say that, and we talking about step parents, and I'm not saying, of course, you too, but women do it worse to a baby daddy though. Like they'll take that frustration, like you ain't seeing your son, but we,
I ain't
but
feel like
but
that.
but we, I'm saying women,
Get
but we sit up here
this
saying that somebody that's not your son, people look out furthermore. Like I'm still gonna take care of him, and you be cool with it, but you got people that actually have kids that be trying to do it, and because that's why I say
Step parents be dope though.
I think it's
Step parents be dope. I done
That's just
seen it in
easier.
other relationships and stuff like
Everything
with
is
other
extra.
people. It seems like step parents just be totally different from the real parents. Like they just go hard on every which way. Like I've just seen it so many times.
think it's
Step
because-
I
parents
don't
be
even, in
dope.
my mind, I don't even understand the idea when somebody say keeping my kids. That don't even compute in my head.
Me
Like
either.
it's not even a fabric I understand.
what you mean. Like, say it
Because
again.
what I'm saying
your
is like,
kids away
if I'm
from
in a
you.
position where if I had ever, which all my kids are by the same woman, but if I was ever in a situation where it had any problems, the first thing I'm spending bread on is a lawyer. We going to court. Like I don't even know vehicle.
what
Like
you said.
I don't understand. I can't survive. Like my kids, I breed these dudes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
Like these
what?
dudes is they my motivation. Like
Most
when I
men
don't
don't
feel
think like that though.
like
Like,
everything that I have
accomplished,
accomplished, bro. Like, and I just mean this real. I ain't trying to sound like a super nigga or nothing. Like everything that I done has been because of the motivation of these dudes.
Ain't no wrong with
Like
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like I straight like I look at these dudes. My son 18, dog. Like he just graduated. He got a job. He working SLU, and he doing his thing. And some days I'm just riding with him, and I'm just like,
So proud.
wow,
It's
like
so
this
fun.
crazy. Cause I ain't had none of that. You know, my
Mhm.
father died when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no memories of him. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I look at my son, I'm like, that's my motivation. Like even my oldest, who we were using the word stepson, I ain't never used that language with him, but the same with him. You know what I'm saying? Like they be my motivation. Like I wake up, see these dudes, like, dang, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And look, I have a totally opposite situation because my son's father ended up marrying the lady.
So you
And
stuck with it.
so
It's your fault.
he ended up marrying the lady. And I never felt like the lady really received my son
Mm.
because there was already tension there.
Right.
Mm.
So, you know, not to air nobody out, but a little distance had happened
Mike,
between
you ain't shit.
my son and his father. So when he finally came home, it was like he had been in his life for 15, 16 years. And then once he got married to her, he was gone. Like, how do you be with somebody for so long and then all of a sudden, like, you allow somebody to make you feel like this child is not necessary in your life? So this
Ooh,
child,
Power pussy.
I'm
Nah,
just saying,
that's
like,
a weak
that made
thing.
me feel a certain kind of way.
Yeah, it
because
would've made me
now
feel a
you
way
at an
too.
age where, oh shit, this is he like a smidgen from being an adult.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm infusing in him. Like, how do you not
Horrible.
see? Let me tell you how great a son I was blessed with, though. As angry as I became livid.
Mhm.
I didn't like him. I didn't like her. F the step word.
Mhm.
Period. My son said, it's okay. I know who in my life and who ain't.
Mm.
He would see his father. Let me buy you a drink, Dad. Even if he ain't talked to his father in hell, it's because of this whole situation. He always received this man. To this day, he always will receive this man. That taught me so much because it's no longer about me at that point.
Yeah.
If you're able to get past that as being the stepson and having a stepmother not even care for you or make you feel like that,
How could you even be with
How-
somebody
like, I'm
that
okay,
don't
like,
accept
that-
your children?
shout out to that. But a guy named Champ, you know Champ?
Yeah.
Champ stepped in my son's life and took over, and my son started to look at him. He went from like a father figure to like, because they're not really that much different in age, but like a dad, like to a brother. Like like that was important to him. That's what taught him to be able to understand when you see your father, don't give him what he gave you.
And
See, that's
You hear
the
me?
reason why you get questions like, "Who the fuck is black?" Because I love my child. Like,
but you're not gonna know what a person is
but
if you just
if-
ask about it.
I'm from St. Louis. I might do know you.
What's
Uh,
the name?
but
You don't know
I'm gonna give
what
an example. Okay,
Go ahead.
one day I saw one of my son's mom's truck flying down Kings Highway like a hot box, and I'm like, "Hey, did somebody steal your shit?" It's smoking. They ride deep as hell in this motherfucker. I'm like, "Don't worry about it." So I'm like, "This what you got going on?" So and so, so and so. So of course, that's why you ask questions like, "Where you get that from? And who is this?" Because I'm around.
I'm gonna say the reason why I feel that way because I can't run the two households, so I can't control who's gonna be around my son. Because if I wanted to, I would stay with you, like on some real shit. So I don't want to earn nobody out, but my
That's the
Yeah,
hey, listen. I know it was a dude who my BM was fucking with who wasn't a good dude. But after I go back and be like, man, dude, kind of. After I say that, what else can I do?
No,
I can't go there and take my daughter
I
out
feel
this
like
house.
you can.
That's not why I'm asking.
No, I'm not. It wasn't.
But I need to know the
Oh, no, I know
influences
that.
that you
But
have
after
around my
I do
child.
know, all I'm gonna do is go back and talk to her and him like, hey, like, but then I'm gonna be like, then, Daddy, why you not here? Now it's like, okay, bro, like, how much? All I can do is show you what I can show you on my time and hope she make the right decisions. That's all I can do because I can't control your
But
household.
we gonna have some conversations
Yeah,
because
but
if it's a situation like Dirty just explained, I'm gonna be concerned about what type of influence that you have around my child.
What are you gonna do?
Listen, we gonna have to figure out something depending on the situation. Some gonna have to be worked
if
out.
you saw him flying down, now if your child was in the car, you can call the people and all that shit. But if you fuck with your baby daddy, fuck with a hot girl, this bitch always out fighting. What can you do? Your son, I mean, he made a bad decision.
I feel like I can't run someone else's house, but I can at least have a conversation and speak about what I feel about the influences that you have around my child.
Can I
And
say
hopefully
this?
Go
we
ahead,
can
G.
have some type of compromise.
Right, go ahead, G.
All I really want to know is I don't need to know nothing about. Yeah, I can know who they are, what they are.
Right.
I can't. You're right. I can't control it. I just want to know who it is. So if
Mhm.
something do happen,
I know who to go to.
I know where to go.
Right.
I don't want something to happen and I don't know nothing. So I ain't gonna question you about no.
So you
So
gonna
you
tell
wouldn't
me
want
the
to
same?
prevent?
I ain't
No, but I'm saying you gonna be the same way.
What
You can't
absolutely. What you mean? If I'm
Like,
asking,
I'm saying, like, so you gonna tell me every time you with
no, I'm saying if somebody living with you, if my
Now,
kids,
that's
Yeah,
yeah, if somebody
right,
living,
right.
in it, and that's what I mean,
Not the
like
hate
with a
thing.
mug, yeah,
I know what you said.
like yeah, somebody live in,
But they
like,
don't have to be living with you to be influenced. Like they don't have to be a
But-
live-in.
but I'm saying you ain't gonna tell me everybody that you did. I don't.
Dude, I got a
I'm
relationship
saying-
with my son.
I'm saying somebody that's gonna have a relationship with my child where you close and they're around my kids that often, then yeah, you can ask me like, hey, all right, this who so and so is. I need to be able to tell you because if not, why I'm dealing with this person like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
number one. Like if I ain't comfortable enough telling you, number two, I'm grown as I can do whatever I want to do. Like, don't nobody pay my bills, don't nobody take care of me, so I can do what I want to do. So I'm gonna tell you what it is, but I feel like I'm gonna ask
I
telling
just
you.
feel bad that
But I just want to. All I want to know is who the person is.
You know what?
That's it, and I'm
My
out.
son
You know
had
what?
a stepdad and he had a step-side dad.
Just slide on over.
Uh,
I think like with me, like I might have went like to the extreme because I wound up knowing the dudes and we was cool. Like I see my lady, what up, my nigga? Nigga, we a drink because I don't like her no more. It's no more feelings there.
facts.
Like it's the feelings are gone. We just cool. We was like sisters. So it's like I'm real. I told y'all that. Like
Mhm.
it's hard to repeat a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally like sisters. So
That's
was-
what I mean, my ex is.
I guess like once we kind of got that cool, you're gonna look at my child a little different. Like man, I fuck with dudes. So But I guess I've been blessed because I really never really had that situation.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're on our way over there because so and so. I got lucky.
To bring all this in, like, what are the topic is like, is step parenting very important and imperative in our community in 2022 because of the lack of natural father, natural mother staying together throughout to raise a child. So what's 5 pillars that you think that should be important from a step parent?
So this shit we came on earth.
Go ahead.
You gotta communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
They don't talk much, baby.
Definitely.
That was the wrong button. Wasn't
No, it's right.
it? Like, you would have made a
You ain't saying nothing all day. Like,
Hey, Sherry said, give us an example.
Like the same things that you want in a regular parent. It's gonna be
Push the trigger for yourself.
Step parent,
right.
respect.
Definitely.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
A pillar.
Something that you want from a step parent.
Right, something like
I want
Some money.
consistency.
consistent.
That's very important, consistent.
I want communicate and respect.
Wait a minute, you want consistency from the step parent?
Yeah, because sometimes they'll come in and they'll just,
Hold on, I'm like,
Yeah,
you mean the
that-
other step parent or your person?
The step parent period.
period.
So if it's my ex person, I want what?
No, we're
That's why I'm lost. You
We talking
saying
about step parent.
we get
that's us as
What
being
makes,
step
okay, let's
parents?
just say
So
this.
we ain't talking about
I'm asking you
girlfriend,
this fact.
boyfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
asking
Like,
Step parent.
Fat, what makes you a good? What would make you a good step father?
shit, not doing the shit I was with when I was with the lady. Shit, I making it my motivation every day.
I think what would make me a good step parent is that I'm very genuine. So my love is genuine, and I love you forever. That'll never change, and I always have your back. I will always be that person to be there for you and try to help you through life. So I think I would make an awesome stepmom and grandmother.
Ebony said on Facebook, she said patience.
Ooh,
That's a good
Well, you on the live?
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
didn't see that.
patience,
Okay.
definitely.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you got to know when to hold them.
What if your
Ooh.
son, what if you was
You got one?
fat? Ooh,
I couldn't date fat.
I'm talking about the stepmom. Ooh, I'd be his ass.
See, I'm lost again because I don't know what the fuck y'all going. Wait a minute. Wait, I got to put this in my mind. If you dated me and you
No,
was the
not me.
stepmom,
That-
cross the
yeah,
one.
yeah, I'm the stepmom.
how is that possible?
It's
I'm lost, man.
your daddy.
Gary says showing them how to grind because they watch. Because I don't care what, if it's a little dude in the house, he looking at the bigger man in the house all the time.
Right.
Because he want to be up under you. He want to see what you're doing. So you got to be very careful about how you move around, what they see and what they don't see. So you have to, the same way you want respect, you got to give respect to the house the same way. Like,
Yeah, I feel that.
Keep this away from the kids.
Yeah.
They don't see
If y'all
nothing.
did all that, y'all would have still been with her. Why
That's not true.
do it when you with them.
That's not true because I think
We didn't break up because of the
my son loved the way
That's
he loved because
communication.
he saw me being loved. He didn't really see me and my ex-husband going there. He didn't understand when we divorced and separated why I was
How did that make him
happening.
feel?
Honestly, because I exposed some things. I was considered the reason why our family had broke up. He didn't look down on my ex-husband. He looked down on me because like I said, he had a step side daddy. You know what I'm saying? For years. So he looked at me as, Mama, you ruined our family. That's why when we was there talking, I'm like, dang, that's why I said I was messed up. You like, what you
You need some tissue?
I was messed up. I was a messed up
Respect your
mom.
honesty, though.
Yeah.
I respect that, though. I respect that.
Chase, what you here for, though, man? What's going on?
Hey, I'm here for the conversation.
What's going on with Mission
Always
St.
a great
Louis? man?
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great conversation.
What's going on with you and Mission St. Louis? And
Man, we cooking, man. We have a lot of different things going on actually right now. Excuse me. I know we're here to talk about something specific, you know what I mean? But we do have a lot going on. We got the 3-on-3 basketball tournament coming up. That'll be October 22nd at Tandy Gym. Really excited about that.
What time?
It'll be starting at actually 10 a.m.
You didn't put us in there, did
So,
you?
I did put y'all in.
Great.
No, I'm just playing.
I'm about to say,
These
like,
niggas
I'm about to say, hey,
like they can't play
we gonna have
basketball.
I told them to
Oh, no.
put a team together.
No,
Listen,
they
This
wouldn't
man was
even.
a superstar in high school.
Listen, I
I'm
said
just
something
saying.
about it
It's
too.
some 40-year-olds.
Not in
I'm 40. I ain't hooping. but
They
I'm
smoke
40.
too much weed.
listen. When Dirty told me about it, I'm like, we gotta play. Now, don't get me wrong, we can do it. We just the first game we probably gonna win. The second game we gonna look good.
We should really be
The
podcasting.
third game,
Man.
Somebody
third
gonna
game?
fight that.
We should be
I hooped my
podcasting.
whole life. I know every hooper in St. Louis.
Too
like
much
every
trash
word.
talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Why you put this together though?
Yeah, so it's around anti-violence. A friend of mine, his name is Jesse. He lives in the neighborhood where we located, but I knew him prior to that. And his brother was killed. And he was just really going through. He wanted to retaliate, obviously, like any of us would. And he just was like, man, I want to do something different. So this is really his idea. So we wanted to take his vision and kind of bring it to life. You know what I mean? So he had tried to make it happen, and it just had fell through. The pandemic hit. A lot of things happened. So it was like, man, let's take this, like, let's do something with it. So for me, it was really about taking somebody else and letting them see something that they, you know, when you see something you dream about, like, and you see it happen, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes that's all it takes is just to run into a person, you know what I mean? And for them to see that come to life. So, yeah, man. So we excited about it.
How many teams?
We got 12 teams.
Where is it again?
It's going to be at Tandy Gym.
Okay.
Start at 10 a.m.
Yeah, start at 10 a.m. It'll
22nd.
22nd. Yep. So it'll be going probably until about 2 o'clock.
12 teams.
Yep.
5-man roster.
Yeah, you can have up to 5 people. You know, so
2-time, right?
you can sub.
Paramedics?
Have
Yeah,
have
we got
paramedics
real
there.
refs.
You gonna have
We got
paramedics
real
there?
refs. We got real refs. You know what I mean?
These times you gonna
We
have
got real
paramedics.
Why do you think you why do you think you being notified or being recognized, I'm sorry, as being top Power 100 people by Deluxe Magazine?
Let's
It's
also
correct.
say congratulations.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Well deserved.
And what is the Power 100?
You know, to answer the question, like, it's crazy because when you're doing certain things, you don't really look at yourself like no type of way. You know what I mean? But I do realize that I've had the opportunity to do a lot of building in the community, just working with individuals. And I think people recognize that, you know, so just have an opportunity to work in workforce development, to do work in education, to work with community health workers, a group, shout out to the BOL, all of us work together to push that workforce, but just to be involved in things that are happening. And it's crazy because I never imagined that I would be in the space that I'm in. So
And
it
to
blew
be
my
so
mind.
young and to be on that, to have that type of mission, that's just so amazing to me.
That's
Like,
awesome.
seriously.
Appreciate that.
So how did they come to you? Like, how was you approached? So you knew nothing about
Knew nothing that I was gonna be nominated.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they put out nominations, so people can nominate you. So I had some people I knew was gonna nominate. You know what I mean? Or at least vote for you. I think that's the better language.
Okay.
So when they first put it out, you could vote. Different individuals vote for you. You know what I mean? And then I guess they collect the votes, however they collect the votes, and then they choose who, you know what I mean? They gonna nominate.
Ralph Bernardo, fake Frank Castronoff wants Kristen Thompson. I guess they didn't recognize.
But you know, listen, so I was gonna say, I was like, how do they find these people? But
Yeah.
I guess when people tell them who actually runs the Power One, who run the Power One?
It's ran by
Who runs the Power 100?
Keith Griffin,
Keith
Shout out to
the
Griffin.
Keith
Lux magazine?
Griffin, the Lux
Jamie
magazine.
Noby,
Oh, so
Hey,
PA was nominated.
and
Yeah.
PA was nominated.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
remember?
know,
Shout out
And I
to
don't
the
know.
Lux.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
everybody.
his name, but his picture. Y'all not do his picture.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna make it up, but
Yeah, man. So it's definitely dope to be honored, dope to be amongst other dope people. You know, definitely honored. You know what I mean? While we don't do it for awards. Like, it feel good to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get
recognized
my
for the
award.
work that you
Hell
do.
with it.
Like,
I want to see my plaque when I get older. Hey,
Real talk.
I did that.
what's up? What's going on?
That's me.
Elevate.
So Elevate, man, like we actually been sleeping for a while, but we cooking right now. So we've recently been back in the lab, we actually working with a new manufacturer, and that was part of the problem, trying to find a manufacturer to work with. So we had ordered a bunch of stuff, like it didn't come back right, like it was frustrating. So we feel like we done landed somebody that we could straight really rock with, you know what I mean? So, and then we're tying some things that we got going on in Mission St. Louis to Elevate. So Me and a good friend of mine just launched this piece that we call Invest Me. So it's for individuals like me. I don't know how y'all are, but I got a million ideas and no follow through sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I grind on certain things, but I don't really invest the time in everything that I have going on. So really, it's a space that we're curating for individuals to come. It's free. Like, so we're not charging you nothing. But you come, say you want to write a book or you want to XYZ, we'll build out a project plan for you. And you come once a week and you get 2 hours of your time in your project. And it's other people in that space doing the same thing. So really you being motivated by other individuals, but you literally have things that you come in to do, like a clear project plan that you're working. And you come in every week, you just spending 2 hours on your own self. So if you don't invest in you, you can't ask nobody else to do it.
That commercial when the dude hopped out the truck.
Oh, well, that's the basketball
I
tournament.
signed up for that.
Well, what you could do
The
is you
basketball
could,
tournament.
so
I
right,
can sign up for that too. I'm a point guard. Quit
Yeah.
playing with me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So the crazy thing is right now we're piloting it. So we'll be actually launching probably in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So you'll be able to go to missionstl.org more than likely, or we'll definitely be posting about it. So we're in the process. We'll be hitting up people trying to get new people signed up. But we have a group right now that we're actually walking through the process with. And it's really dope. It's been encouraging. I also had to make sure to say that you asked about the video that I posted for the 3-on-3 tournament. Another dope thing, I got to shout out T-Love, Prime 55. They are sponsors of the event as well. So they're going to be giving out a dinner for two. It's a raffle for individuals that come to the 3-on-3 tournament. I know we switching subjects and going back and forth. And then Sanction is also a sponsor as well. So if y'all not familiar with Sanction, I'm sure y'all are. But it's a dope shoe store that's in the Foundry. Like they be having exclusive shoes.
That's why I got these from. Sanction. I got these from Sanction.
Yeah, like so
They got
mess
some
with
nice
them. Like
shoes now.
they sponsors as well. We gonna be raffling off a pair of their shoes. So it's gonna be like,
Hope it's a size 12.
yeah. So you got you. It could be a gift card or the actual shoe that they have. So
that's
that's gonna be dope as well. And then we having a 50-50 raffle. You can win half the pot. So those will be some of the things happening. But we have community partners that'll be present. Freedom Community Center, Mike Milton, his squad, they do dope work around really just taking individuals and really trying to restore relationship. They call it restorative justice. So it's really about building relationships with the victim as well as the person who was victimized, and then you try to bring them together.
Hey,
So they do dope work. They'll be present.
When I hear you speak about all these things that you speak about, it makes me have hope for the community because you're putting a lot of like-minded individuals together and you're putting recipes for success to do better. A lot of times we don't do better because we think we ain't got shit to do, but it is stuff to do, and you can start from anywhere. You can start being a good dad at any point in time in your life. You can start being a businessman at any point in time in your life. So you cannot go back, but you can always start over. So when I'm listening to you name about 6 or 7 different things in 5 minutes that can help the community, and you name some name drops that you did right there with positive people that I know, and just like that's the new cool to me. You know what I'm saying? Like all that other hip shit, that's just dead.
I think especially you saying to come in and work on yourself for 2 hours. Most people don't have confidence in themselves. By giving them 2 hours, they're gonna build the confidence.
Man,
Like if we was all in the same room, you know what I'm saying? Like, Fats, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Fats,
Oh, never follow through.
You know what I'm saying? Dirty, what you bringing to the table? That's a good situation.
Sometimes you just need to see your idea on paper. You know what I mean? You need a real structure I'm not a structured dude, so I'm not gonna make it like I'm the most strategic dude in the world, but I do love branding and stuff like that. So I think about brand message and stuff. My brain just tick like that, just naturally. You know what I'm saying? But the work that I do, man, like it just come from being who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I got high at 14 years. I was snorting heroin at 14 years old. Like I was wilding when I was young. So like for me, like real talk. Like
Everybody just look.
No, real talk. Like I ain't go to school. Like I was the dude out here. Like I was a whole nother type of dude when I was young. So you know what I mean? So for me, a few things. I think number one at the time, it was my faith. You know what I'm saying? So my faith in God played a huge role in decisions that I started to make and transitions that I started to make. At that time, I just got married as well. So, so that played a huge role. And then working upon having kids. So all of those things, but really it was just, I was tired of the life that I was involved in. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I love my hood, and wherever I go, like hood dudes just find their way to me. Like it don't matter what I do. So I'm just built for this. Like it wouldn't matter. I lived in Iowa for 5 years. It's a hood dude sleep on my couch in Chicago. Like where this dude come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, this is what I do.
How
So I
did you
don't
end up
try
in
to-
Iowa?
So I was there, not for jail. But so I've never been to prison. I have been to jail, but I've never been to prison. But I was in Iowa working with a program. So when they tore down the projects in Chicago, a lot of families there actually moved to Iowa. It's only 3 hours away, Iowa City. So a lot of them moved there. So it was a community of all people from Chicago. So we ran a program like working with all of those kids, like same kind of stuff that I do here, but just with.
So they banging in Iowa.
Oh, it's like there's an area.
I'm just
Oh
fucking-
yeah, like real talk.
The
It's a hood everywhere.
Yeah, you know,
Believe it or not,
One of the programs that you said something about the victim and the person.
restorative justice.
Have you
Community
actually have you did one of those cases yet?
No, so I don't do
Or have you
restorative
seen one of
justice
them?
work.
Okay.
That's not primarily my work that I do. But we have partnered with Freedom Community Center. That's the work that they do.
Have you
Like,
seen
and
any?
now I've been in situations. I can tell you stories of situations I'd have been in just because of what I do. Like I'd have had hammers, like all types of crazy. Like dude was finna kill dude. I gotta talk you down. He got a gun to his head. He was smacked dude with the pistol. We in front of our building. Ain't nobody else gonna say nothing. I'm the one that's finna say something to dude because the dude know me. So I'm the reason he not gonna kill this dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but the work that Mike Milton them do is a program around restorative justice. So they go into hospitals, individuals that have been shot, situations like that, and then they'll build with that individual, provide them with resources. And the ultimate hope is to really try to de-escalate the drama that can continue between those individuals.
That's like one of the best things we had on the show.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like they
that's
super
awesome.
dope in the work that they do.
Because somebody always want their lick back.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the
So,
thing about it is that we always come on here and ask what's wrong,
mhm,
and it'd be so easy for everybody to say what's wrong, and what's wrong.
mhm,
Like this one of the solutions that this
Man,
probably like one of the,
yellow
I ain't gonna say the first solution that we really had.
mhm.
I mean, really heard, but this definitely
It
probably like the
is.
best solution that I ever heard.
Because it's
Y'all
a
got-
feeling.
Y'all ever heard the statement? I'm sure y'all probably seen it on Facebook or something like that. It says, grief is pain with nowhere to go.
Mm.
You ever heard that concept?
Nobody heard. They was like, we was gonna play it off though. Yeah, we was all gonna say, yeah.
Grief is love with nowhere to go. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No,
Like,
no.
there's nothing you can do with it. So when I think about what the violence, all of this type of stuff that we see, a lot of individuals really hurt. Like somebody that hurt them, they broken. Like we walking around hurt, but numb to the hurt that we feeling. So when you numb to what you feeling, how you gonna feel about what somebody else feeling? It's hard to feel. I remember feeling like that. I'm numb to what I'm feeling. So what you feeling can't really hold no weight or no value. So I learned that once I became unnumb myself, you know what I mean? I was able to feel other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of what I think is kind of happening. Like individuals is in stages, whether you talk about relationships, any of that type of stuff. Like they say hurt people. That's true. And sometimes it ain't intentional. I always say, like, often people not doing something to you. You just happen to be the person in the slot. Like it ain't personal to you. They would have done that regardless. It ain't really got nothing to do with you. So when you at your job and so tripping, they ain't just really, normally they ain't really tripping with you. You find out after a while, like they kind of be popping off. That means it ain't got nothing to do with you. So most people not doing nothing to you. You just happen to be the person in the slot. And that's why a lot of people that get killed, a lot of it is from impulse.
I
Like,
mean, you
I
better
take
take this
it
like to
personal.
tell them right now.
you know what I mean?
It's gonna go down.
Yeah.
How does somebody like me with all the different solutions and different programs that you spoke of today, how does someone like me be a part of that, like to assist you?
Yeah.
How do I get in there?
Yeah, so it's a lot of different ways. I know for us, we're always looking for volunteers, people that can connect with women that we work with, men that can connect with men that we work with.
What's the process for that?
So the process, we have a process. Like you can go to missionstl.org, or you could just come to the building. Like we could rap, talk, and then we have a sheet that you would fill out. And then we do kind of make sure you ain't wilding, you ain't nobody crazy, so we try to connect you with somebody. And then from there, we'll try to identify like where you fit. Because everybody ain't built for everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So when you dealing with these individuals, I mean, you know, we all got stories we could tell. They going through situations. So if you somebody that I feel like might be taken advantage of, like I'm gonna be a little careful. Like maybe you don't need to be a mentor. Like you need to be a small group leader or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't need to be with them every day. So we'll kind of try to identify in what role or what area we can use you in. Sometimes it's just events. So we have an event called Affordable Christmas that we do every year. We turn our building into a department store. So all of the toys are brand new. I'm talking about top notch, but nothing costs more than $10. So we do charge you because we want people to, you know, feel like they made it happen. You know, so we ain't really into just giving stuff away because I feel like that don't really build nothing in people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a feeling. I don't care what you spent. Like I want you to feel like I made an investment for my Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And even though it was $10, $30, whatever it was, I did that. But we got $200 bikes. Yeah, you can go to missionstl.org.
You got to
learn
put that
more
on
about
screen.
that as well. But we also have volunteers for that day. Like we cook breakfast. Like these people come, they walk in, they eat a breakfast. They have.
Man, I'm
you
trying
know,
to get used up.
So yeah, you get plugged.
For real. I'm trying to get used up. For real, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, so you can
that
be a
make my heart
personal shopper
smile.
with somebody, take them around, help them shop for their stuff. Like, yeah, we got all of those spots.
And
What your-
I
And
like
I'm gonna
that.
tell you, hold up, since we on this topic, I'm gonna tell you what's the saddest thing. Is it's really hard to see people that look like us doing that type of consistent volunteer work. Like like my groups normally look more white than black. And the people that we serve look like us. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things
I like that.
like
I know a lot of
Why do
people
you feel
though
that,
that
though?
want to be a part
I
of
think-
stuff like that.
well, I think there's some valid reasons in that our uncles and our aunties and our cousins is the people that we would be walking around in these spaces. So some of us feel like we already doing that work just naturally in our families. You know
That's what I was
I'm
gonna
saying?
say because I think a lot of us do it in our family.
Yeah, I was
You know,
like, I
something.
understand that.
No, I'm not-
concept.
You hit on something when you said you got to make sure, like, this dude ain't crazy. Like,
Mhm.
I can honestly say in my early 20s, I was like dedicated to doing stuff like that, but I wasn't prepared mentally for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to do whatever else I was trying to do,
Yeah.
but still try to shine the light. I remember my first day at Beaumont teaching bowling. Little dude got in the class. Oh man, I can't be in the class teaching a dookie, man. So, it's like
Who was a dookie? How did he know that?
I'm still outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Dang, man.
now, you know
I'll
what I'm
beat your
saying?
ass with
Yeah,
it.
no, that's real talk.
You
Like,
fuck.
you know, I say like I'm still like I love my people, man. Like my dudes, there's certain things I'm not gonna involve myself in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not. This is just not the life I live. But I'm still the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like I changed in ways, but my fabrics, I'm still cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's probably a better way to speak that. So I'm always I feel like real is real no matter where you go.
What you
Real don't
said.
change. I don't care what city you go to,
Real
what country you
recognize
go to.
Don't-
Real is real
Real.
everywhere. You can smell it, you can feel it, like you can touch it, like you know it is real. You know what I'm
That
saying?
energy.
All it takes is to be around it for a while. I'm a Cancer. I got intuition. I smell it from. I be
I'm
like,
Scorpio.
I already
All
smell
one
it. I
right
be like,
here.
okay.
All
I
one
be like,
right
I already tell like you ain't really.
here.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
just energy is
Like,
everything.
energy is
I'm a Libra. What am
everything.
I?
Energy is everything.
Energy is everything, though.
Everything.
That's what we go
Yeah,
off.
you a Libra.
Energy is
Energy.
everything.
Look at that energy right there. Look at that
I'm
Straight
sick.
up.
Oh man,
I'm so sick of
Hey,
it.
man, that was our first hour of What Up Though Radio. Probably just do another 30 minutes to top on some current events that's going on.
I got the first curtain.
You gonna stick with
The
it,
Billboard.
Jason?
I hang
I
out.
love it.
Has,
If I'm-
has,
if I'm-
has
if
everybody
I'm
went to the
welcome.
Billboard?
Oh, you most definitely welcome.
Oh, I haven't even paid attention.
Y'all ain't seen the
to
Billboard
it.
yet?
House.
I
swear-
know.
I saw the picture of the billboard.
Well,
Yes, I
your
saw you. I saw it.
We got the Billboard up.
Dope.
Where is that dirty?
Y'all gotta guess where it's at.
It's like 70, right by St. Louis. If you're going east, 70 to St. Louis.
You take a
St. Louis,
picture, but if you take a picture from the Billboard, you get 2 free drinks at Elmo's whenever I see you. Just show me the picture. Got it.
No, I'm taking it.
Oh.
I got him. Just walk in there and show me the picture from the Billboard.
Elmo's.
Man, shut up.
Uh,
You get just got
Everything.
I usually don't like to talk about this guy because he just do stuff too much, but
Kanye.
what's up with Yeezy, man?
I like.
That's-
Man, I like Ye.
I like Ye.
What do you?
I like Puff Sport.
I don't
I like
understand.
Boosie.
I like Kanye. This is the thing with Kanye. I just feel like
I like
this.
Boosie.
Black people just easily moved. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took just looking at that shirt, White Lives Matter, and just went crazy.
That's what you
Instead
wanted
of-
to happen.
Instead of
Yeah.
like, okay, but still, I'm gonna try to figure out, okay, why is he wearing this shirt? What is his purpose? Because it's definitely a purpose, and I'm sure he's opened up about it. And then he's standing there with Candace. Shout out, I love Candace. I don't care what people say. I love Candace.
Why?
I love Candace because she speaks the hard truth of what us Black people need to hear. It's just the hard truth. She be saying some real stuff, and we don't want to listen. Like we just don't want to listen. If we really took the time out and listen to this lady break down everything, she makes a lot of sense.
She does make a lot of
She
sense.
makes
But
a
she said
lot of
stupid
sense.
shit. Okay,
Well,
They
I
say-
She
can-
really
I can-
don't.
let's stay back on the
Some
Kanye.
stuff
They say
she
that's
she
too
talking
mental,
is crazy.
Not to me.
Let's stay on the Kanye. I feel like you shouldn't do nothing that you're gonna have to explain. That's like me wearing
Why?
a shirt. I'm just saying that's like me wearing a shirt that be
No.
like, I'm gay. And they'd be like, damn, you gay? And you gay? I'd be like, no, I wore this shirt because my cousin gay. He wanted me to wear it so I could see how. Like, why am I doing it to draw attention that attention don't
Why
need to be
not?
there for? Because it's
I might like attention.
you can wear a shirt that be like support, motherfucker, support What Up Though Radio. Like, it's a lot of shit you can do. You know who you are, Kanye. It's a lot of things
But
that you
some
could do.
people
He
like
could have wore a shirt that said support your program.
some people like that he wore that. We are
How does that help?
But
How does that help
white
Black
people
people?
I
probably like
understand.
it.
I
But how did
understand.
Black Lives Matter help Black people?
It started off. For what
Yeah,
it
but
was.
then it ended up being fraudulent. So
But
that's,
still-
hold on,
that's a
let's-
lot of the
I
Black
never-
Lives
hold on, I don't.
For
But see, look,
fraudulent.
we think
So
about when we talk, even when we mention something like Black Lives Matter. Like, I think it ain't really about the organization.
Exactly.
It's about the movement that it created. And I don't know if y'all feel it, but honestly, there's a different energy in
It
our
is.
city.
Right.
It is.
After Mike Brown, after
It
a lot of
is.
stuff that is taking
It
place.
is.
So that's
So
what
I
Black
ain't
Lives
never follow them
Black
as a
Lives-
movement.
I didn't even know who
But
they
I
was.
believe
Me
that the
either.
statement is true. So my issue with Kanye, I understand brand. Dude is just amazing in marketing.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he does. My issue with brand is people have no real brand integrity. I can't sell everything to
I
make
feel
money,
it.
dog.
Mhm.
Everything ain't for paper. So I can't step on the back of certain things in order for me to make money.
You
You
can,
know what I
but
mean?
some
I-
people
That
can't.
don't
And
make
I'm
it
saying
right.
That's why, and that's
It
what
don't
I'm
make
saying.
it wrong either.
But what that
do.
tells me,
No, it don't.
I'm gonna tell you what that tells me about a person though. Like, I'm concerned with what you would do if I was ever next to you. Because I feel like, dog, if you do anything, like you already
out.
got paper, it's just certain ways I'm not moving. I got certain morals, and but I don't know.
I'm a
But
big-
I can't do that.
Go ahead.
This
That
man
ain't cool.
exercises his right that people hate, and it becomes contradictory so much,
Mhm.
and that's freedom of speech. He can say whatever he
He
wants
always
to say.
does.
Plus, he got the dollar. He got the American dollar.
But that don't mean
No,
nothing.
it
if you got
doesn't.
the
It doesn't.
respect.
But what you missing
They
is
still
that
gonna buy them
it
Yeezys.
don't
But
matter.
it's the
You're
respect.
They
living.
still gonna buy
There's
them
no such
Yeezys.
thing as respecting
It
you in his
is.
line.
It is.
There's no when you're in that line of what he's at.
If
it's
it wasn't
none.
if it
But
wasn't such
that's the
respect, he never would
problem.
explain
But
himself.
this is
If it
what
wasn't
I'm
about the
saying.
respect, he never would have tried to explain
No.
himself.
What part of
If
the
it wasn't about the
problem
respect, he never
is?
would have tried to explain
What part of the
himself.
problem is?
Hold up.
Us Black people, we sit here and we gonna complain about him wearing his White Lives Matter, but when he dropped that new pair of Yeezys, everybody gonna go get them.
That's not
So,
true though.
Man, what?
That's not true.
Come
I've
on
seen
now,
people that's
bro.
like, hold on, wait a minute. Listen, it's
Come on.
people that won't wear Yeezys. If one person stopped wearing them, because you know what, I put it like
That's
this.
$500
I
out of
bet
his
you-
pocket.
I bet you this ain't nobody extra finna start wearing them because of that. Ain't no other black person finna go out and say, you know what? I'm finna start wearing Yeezys now. They not finna do that now. But I bet you it's at least 100 who said they not gonna wear them. And all that it might not matter to Kanye, but it mattered to Adidas
Man.
and the people who going to buy the shoes.
I follow right wingers, people like Jason Whitlock and other people who make me mad all the time. So I want to hear what they say about him.
Right.
And it's a whole bunch of white people just up and down the line like, man, Kanye is kind of cool. I never thought about him like that now. And I'm like, man, y'all fell for that goofy ass shit. And at the same time, you saying what's wrong with
But
us.
that's who he wanted
But
to
I'm just
accept
saying,
about.
but you saying you part of this thing for real. How is that helping? You a genius, so they say.
He don't want to. He's already accepted by the black people.
You know why he's accepted by
Kanye
black
West want to be accepted by the white people.
Do you know how he got
Very
accepted by
point
black
blank.
people? When he went on there and said, George Bush don't like black people.
Yes.
That's when niggas came on
But
board.
he
So now you're gonna
wants
tell me
to
now
be
that you got some
accepted
money.
by white
you fin-
people. That is who he tried to impress. He
According-
tried to impress white folks. He don't.
How? Where you get
really
that
don't. Look at how he
I'm just saying, where do you get that
Kanye-
from?
from his
even-
behavior.
No,
Even in Kanye trying to impress what we call white people, it's important for him because we don't got no dollars.
Huh?
We are the dollar.
No, as much as we are the dollar, we're not all. All
We
of
buy
us are
his.
not.
We buy most
All of
stuff.
us are not buying Yeezys.
Who
The
don't?
white people
I
are
wish
the
I could bring
main.
up these
I know niggas
people
back
how
Yeezys
much
every
we
day.
are spending.
She saying
Listen,
Yes,
what
but
the
we are
money
spending a
is.
lot of money.
Man,
We
y'all
are the
don't
No,
money.
hear
A
me.
man a
No,
billionaire.
hear me when
Why
I
you
say
gonna put this
he
on some
does
money? This is
not
about
own
his
the
integrity.
manufacturing
Yeah,
company. He
This is
doesn't
on
own
his integrity.
Adidas.
If he was this dude right here trying to rap and doing it, I'm like, okay, you're doing it for the money. The
Who
dude is
got
a billionaire.
in the
He's-
business? Who?
Nobody.
Who?
doing it for the money.
Who got it? This is a dollar. Who
Did
got
you
integrity?
hear his explanation?
But I'm saying why
Hold on. Did you hear why he said he did it?
I don't
I
care.
kind of like what he
Then
said.
listen,
about
if you listen to the reason why he did it, you will see that it was really not
Why
about white
did he
people
do
at
it?
all.
He was being sarcastic.
He was trying to explain like, yeah, white lives matter. Like, duh, like we don't know that shit. He was saying it like, okay, white lives matter. Yeah, because y'all did all this shit to us. They gotta matter. This was never about no white people. That's why I'm saying when you talking, you don't know why he was doing it to be sarcastic.
As
But the
sarcastic as it is, it never stopped any. It's not going to
But
stop.
he was talking about white people. He was trying to make fun of it.
Michael Jackson talked about
Let me
white
tell
people.
you
We're not
like,
talking
oh,
Michael Jackson.
Let
No.
me
All
say
that
something
shit.
though.
Go back and
Regardless
listen
what
to
he
it.
say his
Yeah.
reason is,
You never should have done it.
these people are brand strategists.
Yeah.
He knew he did that to spark the conversation that he did that so we would be on What Up Though Radio talking about it.
But I'm
So what's
saying,
next?
but how's he?
Next?
To be honest with you though, dog, and I'm gonna
Sometimes-
listen. Everything
Come on,
Kanye
walk
selling,
with Kanye.
everything Kanye selling for the shoes, it's the
Come on,
clothes,
right. Come
it's
on.
selling out.
Punch your
Okay.
face.
So my question would be, unless he got something else coming that we don't know about, how is this helping your brand? If your
Listen,
brand already
Man,
selling fucking
Kanye
Listen,
told
listen,
Boosie
you-
to shoot him.
Brand, but look, brand ain't about what you did. It's
That's why
about
I
staying
said-
relevant.
Yeah.
So like you do things.
You don't think
until-
Kanye West is relevant because he was relevant before? The
I'm-
dude's just
listen,
selling
You
listen,
out.
gotta
we-
stay relevant.
Look, what I'm
Staying
saying,
relevant.
relevant. Like so, one in music, Kanye is not relevant.
No, he's
Why
not.
come he
He's
not?
He's not.
Kanye is not
Man,
relevant in
He
music.
Kanye-
definitely isn't.
Okay, this not go
Right
Joey,
now. I'm saying in this era, right, he's an icon in music,
Go,
but he's not relevant in music.
go get
He has moved on to fashion.
Mhm.
Fashion is his focus. So he's not just he don't like this.
This ain't gonna help his music for damn sure.
what ain't
This right now.
but that he's not. He doesn't. What it does. Attention sells things.
Listen to
dog.
what you're saying.
Bad or good.
Slow it down. You saying the music that he's not in the music.
He's
But
not
then
relevant.
now this is not gonna help that. So get that away from this. If this is about him being relevant with fashion, unless you got whole nother line coming out for white people only, what's the purpose in doing
No,
this?
not being relevant with. He's making himself relevant. Period.
That's what I was
But
When
what
he
are
ain't
you
been
talking
relevant.
about? That's the whole
What-
thing.
he
What are
been
you
talking-
getting out of this?
Yeah.
How is this
Something
important?
is coming.
That's what
I
something
was-
gotta be coming because we've been talking about Kanye doing stupid shit.
And he's
And-
This ain't
and
nothing
that's what he-
new.
so
That's what he thrives
I
off of.
accept Kanye
That's what I
for
said.
Kanye
I
is.
said from the word say go, I said he's doing this because this is him.
I love
This
Kanye,
is
though.
him.
I
But-
can't be
but
blind.
I love him
I'm
when he
not-
was a black person
I-
saying shit about George Bush, saying shit how we feel.
if you look at his documentary, you see it's him.
Yeah,
This is him.
real
His
talk.
documentary shows you.
It wasn't always him.
Man,
Man,
I can
what?
make you a documentary myself.
Yeah.
And be like,
That same
Yeah,
documentary
it
when
wasn't
you
always
17 to the time when you grown.
It wasn't always him.
everything is cut and edited, so you can still.
Did you
Hey,
see?
bro, but you
Did,
still can't.
did you see how
dude
dude was like, man, I filmed this
No.
whole thing for you, Kanye. You went out to LA and came back. You ain't the same brother you used to be. So you can't say it was always him because he changed the whole. After his mama died, he changed the whole lot.
He did.
Mentally, he changed the
No,
whole
but
lot.
DT, just listen.
But he
You
was
said-
always on
He
some
was-
some
it was
higher
not-
level
no, it was
thinking
not-
about
even-
stuff.
The dude made a whole song about being a fan about Jay-Z. If you an arrogant motherfucker, you don't do that. That's not nothing that arrogant people do. Make songs about other people. You
That's
got
to let you
arrogant.
know if that's the case, he off.
I love Kanye West.
No,
That
Hey,
man
y'all,
talk
fair
about
enough,
shit.
Kanye.
I love
Listen,
Kanye too.
listen. I've been a Kanye fan.
Yeah,
I
I'm
lost
a
some
fan-
respect
I'm a
for him.
fan.
Paint your face.
I was a
Kanye.
fan because I was a Jay-Z fan. Anybody in the rock, I'm a fan of. That's how I feel rock with
I
Kanye.
respect people
Real
who
shit.
I don't have to question who they are. And that's one
You don't
thing.
question the white people shit.
No, I
family.
like people like Trump was one of you just knew Trump was a a-hole. You know what I'm saying? You knew he was this type of person.
Right.
He
Okay.
ain't hide who he was.
Right.
Kanye with
Kanye had who he is
this
though.
type. I don't think he hides who he is.
He
I
all
don't
this
feel
shit is
that.
all this
So
shit is a
for me,
facade.
I
It's all a facade. You know what? You know what, Farrah?
I don't
You know what,
think
Farrah?
so.
I'm gonna tell you this. In the same interview, he said that he was trying to explain about Kim. He was like, now just remember, he got the white man Matter shirt on, right? So everybody looking like, why the fuck you got this shirt on? Did he text him? He go on there and say, well, think about this. In fashion, they wanted Kim because she got black kids. Everything she do got to have her ass out. I'm like, listen, bro. We need to know right now. Are you trying to be? Were you trying to get on that show to be with us? Or we don't know where the fuck you at. We don't know what do you say? I don't know what the fuck to do. Am I supposed to embrace you? Because right now we lost.
And then, but sometimes
We don't know what the fuck he doing.
You could be somebody for so long that you just become him. Like, I get that. I understand what you're saying now.
We
I might
lost.
not look at it again, but like if he wasn't like that, now he's like that. Like now
Is he
he's
though?
Maybe he's trying to be a politician.
yes.
No.
Maybe
Like
but
he's
I think
a-
he's still-
Kanye West
he's
is a
believing.
Gemini, y'all.
He's believing.
He got like
Yeah.
five
That shit don't mean nothing.
Man, all right.
10.
Man,
He needs to- Hey,
got
believing
but
You got
TT,
10, family, not 5.
That nigga is a different
TT,
person every
you
time
gotta-
he wake up.
you gotta look at it like this, man. The dude,
Period.
they say he a genius. I don't know where the fuck they come from.
No, that nigga ain't around you.
No, he need to be.
Yeah, look,
Mhm.
the dude just got it in his mind. He can do whatever the fuck he want.
And he can.
No, you man. Listen, I
He
don't care who
can.
you are. You want to be.
His
You
freedom
want to
of
be respected.
speech. You
by
can do. You can say
somebody.
whatever you
I
want.
don't care where you go. I don't care how much money you got. When I go home, I don't care if I was a billionaire. I still want people at this table to respect me.
Maybe
I'm
black
not finna
people
get no-
that's who he don't care about respecting him.
But you don't even know. That's
I
the
know.
problem.
You see how much
but
we
You
got?
don't even know.
We can't even have a regular conversation about Kanye West because we can't touch on nothing to be like this is the type of person he is.
Because you don't
He's-
know.
he's
I think he's
ignorant.
very
The dude is
funny.
funny.
He is
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Knee slapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know
What
how
he
you
do
can
that
take
was
him
so funny?
Man, the
Kanye.
things he say, he's like creative like a gay man. You get what I'm
I
saying?
want to know what's funny.
When he come at you or whatever, like when he told Boosie, when Boosie had something to say about him wearing that shirt, and he got told that man, nigga, shut up or shoot me, that was knee slapping funny to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't weird to me. Like, nigga, you can't stop what I'm doing. Shoot me then, nigga.
You
You,
know
always
what?
talking about shooting
You
people,
know
shoot
what?
me.
I have
That
more
was funny
respect.
to me.
I gained more respect from Puff than anybody out this
Man,
whole
bye.
How's that?
When Puff was
I
texting like, bro, what is you doing this? Because just
He's
before we,
asking him like, what?
that's what
why
I'm
are you
saying.
doing this?
Like, bro, you
And
hurt.
you at
You
this
taking
point
us
in life,
back.
But
why
what
are you
Puff,
doing
but
this?
what Puff say? The
Man.
best thing to do is not give Ye attention from that.
That's why he was texting him
But we
personally.
still
Puff
giving
did
them attention.
No, listen, Puff. No, Ye did that himself. Puff didn't go on his own thing. He was texting him personally. Like, bro, why is you doing this, bro? Like, on some
No.
real shit.
Puffy
that-
was on the Breakfast Club.
This
and
is after
said
he
the
put the
best
shit
thing
out.
to do. I know, but he said the best thing to do when Kanye act like this and make statements like that, wear a shirt like that. Don't give him this attention that we're giving.
You
him.
don't think no other rapper wants to be respected by other rappers? Honestly, I don't give a fuck if
You don't give a damn about respect.
Come on, man, is you crazy?
Well, I didn't think you
Is
did.
you listen about people I want to respect me?
Mhm.
I do heating and cooling. I want other companies to see my shit and respect the fuck I'm doing.
Okay, well maybe
But
he don't feel that way.
I'm
I don't
asking
think
you a
he
question.
care.
I don't think any other
I
rapper,
don't think he
any
care.
other singer, any other producer gonna be like, damn dog, I want to be respected inside of the industry that I'm doing. You want to be respected.
Like, why do you want to shit on everybody?
Yeah, if I'm doing
Like,
fashion,
like,
I want
I
Ralph
think he
Lauren and
already
Polo
conquered
to
that.
I ain't gotta kiss their ass. I still want my respect.
I think he already conquered
So I'm not
it in
gonna
the-
go out
in
and
the
do a whole lot of
music
dumbass
industry,
shit to where you got all the rappers who's supposed to be top rappers like, dog, won't even.
The
nigga, you
top
a fool.
rappers ain't shit. They
What do
ain't
you
out
do
here
when you got all
doing
this
better
money
than
if you
him.
have nobody to do anything with it?
But they can't
To
really
go around
say
and be a
nothing.
dickhead all the
But
time.
they can't really
That's
say
not
nothing. The
safe.
top rappers out here can't really say nothing to Kanye.
Why not?
Because of the type of influence that they are. Who are the top rappers that you speak of? Because they ain't influencing in a more positive
speaking
way.
his genre.
His giant. Also, you talking about like Jay-Z
Yes.
and
We-
people like
We
that.
talking
Okay.
about the
But
Jay-Z's,
we
the
talking about
Drakes,
top
the
rappers.
DJ Khaled's. They not out here doing this. I don't care if you're talking about whatever the fuck you doing. But you and I are talking about we killing this and we doing this stupid ass shit, or you on CNN saying this. Every time it's something to be like, damn, yeah, what the? Just make a fucking good song, bro. We good with it. But they are. It's
I
too
like
late.
controversy.
It's too.
so
It's
I
not
like
really
DJ.
controversial because it's they laughing at you.
Who?
You say it was a knee slapper, didn't you? You
Man,
laughing
you
at.
funny as hell.
But it's like it's too late for Kanye because he already got that platform. Like that platform.
You in that generation though.
What you mean? The thing on
I'm saying,
generational
like,
thing.
This right here is that this type of generation that cares enough because we have so much access to see so many different things versus 10 years. Just 10 years.
Man,
ago.
Kanye came all the way up through it. You got to think, he was doing this shit already. The man was documenting himself when he was a regular person.
I said that.
So he always had it.
Without
You know what?
a
He always had an arrogance to him, but being arrogant and doing what he's doing now is totally different.
I just think he's very irresponsible.
I think he's gonna run for Congress.
Now I give you that. I
Really?
think he is.
I
That's
think-
probably the chosen
I
one.
think
That's
he's
it right
gonna try to be a
there.
politician. to
He's
be
not
honest
being
with you.
responsible
I
with
agree
his
with
leadership.
I got
He
him
could
being a
do- he could-
politician.
And
He
a
could
lot
do
of
way more.
rappers ain't.
He could do way much.
What you
more.
mean a lot of rappers ain't?
They are not responsible with their leadership. They control a lot of rappers.
Most rappers who you talk to off of the microphone, they don't talk like that.
But okay, but what difference does it make?
It make a big difference.
Bruh, when they talking on the microphone is where the influence comes
Hey.
from. What are you talking
Watch
about?
Watch how do this.
Right.
Watch how do this. Watch how do this.
It's
Watch how do this. What? We finna end the show. When you talk on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
you talking in the microphone.
I know.
But when you talk off the earth, keep the same energy, right?
It depends.
Oh, it's so.
It depends.
Drop me a clues
I
bomb.
think
Drop me a clues
no,
bomb.
I have more.
Dirty, drop me a clues bomb.
No, you
Dirty.
don't get a bomb because I feel
Dirty, drop me a
like
clues
I have
bomb.
more
Yeah,
of
let's take the
influence
picture.
from my social media
Let's take the
platform.
picture.
When I'm out here, it's like a one-on-one type of situation. Like I might be able to come up, talk to Jason, and he'll get that different type of
No,
experience.
you said
He
when
would
rappers
get a
are there.
different
When
experience
rappers
from
are
me than me being
They can't
on
be different
Facebook
off the
saying
mic.
what I'm saying. I didn't say that. You trying to
there.
be
You just
right.
did.
No, you're trying to be right, and you're not trying to understand.
Let's rewind the tape.
What I said was when they're on the mic, meaning when their music is being played, they have more of an influence than what they do just with a one-on-one conversation with one of us. That's a big difference. The same
If
way.
I'm on
if
Facebook, I have a
can reach-
bigger
if
microphone.
exactly, duh,
Hey, we ain't doing fair and fat like that.
duh.
Hey man, I'm off the show.
You said we ain't doing very
Yeah, but I kind of see the point that you was trying to make it. That, and I see what you were saying, but y'all look at each other in two different mirrors. So moving forward,
What
I don't
what
look at
think,
me grow in
though?
the mirror.
Explain it, Dirty.
for instance,
Come on, yeah.
I say you might take some of the stuff that she being silly about way more.
You thought that was being
Serious.
silly? What I was just saying.
You didn't say nothing that she just said. I'm just saying some things you might like. Oh, she on some bullshit.
I'm gonna let you off.
She must be when she just jerk ball.
I'm gonna let you off.
You know what I'm saying? Just like that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
And
gonna
she's
let
right the same way.
I'm gonna let you off.
I mean, I'm not on the hook.
You listen, you can honestly say you have serious conversations with me than how I am on social media. Outside of that, you can say that you have more serious conversation with me,
Yeah,
right?
but that was his point.
Yeah,
You
I know.
saying-
We agreeing. That
Okay.
you have more of an influence. Like my social media platform has more of an influence than what I have like when I'm just one-on-one with someone.
You
Because
kind of fall
I
into
can
what he's
reach.
saying.
I'm saying I can
Okay.
reach so many different people. That's why I said rappers have a big influence. They ain't doing nothing different from Kanye West. They not being responsible with their leadership. They're not doing anything different.
Well, I think we talking about specific areas of leadership. So like we know some of these do. I feel like when I think about artists, I think about storytellers. Like these are when I think about what
Telling
music
stories
is all.
these days.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. Let me tell you what I mean by storytellers. Like I ain't talking about the traditional. Let me walk you through a story. I'm saying they reporting things that they've seen, felt, experienced. Like that's what they feel like.
Rappers
they
are
can-
lying.
So whether you have done it or not
We're not
doesn't
against
mean
rap.
like. But I feel like whether you've done it or not isn't the thing. Like you still have lived in environments where you're aware of some of the stuff that you have seen and been around,
Right.
and you see it as an opportunity to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I agree that there's influence in that. So
A lot.
Exactly, a lot of influence is in that, but. At the same time, though, like when you think about music, that's why they create it. You know what I mean?
And,
So
and a lot of our music There's not a great. You're not gonna hear a lot of great ass songs that's talking about great things. They not gonna make it to the radio station. They not gonna get the spins
I
that you
miss
want to
that
get.
though.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why they
So,
on podcasts and they
Right.
tell how they really, really feel on their podcast. Ye ain't doing it.
so
Ye
it's
ain't
like-
doing the opposite. He on the thing talking about God, and then you get off. Just man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I feel like you the real person once you off the microphone. When I got you right here, you being real, bruh. Like you the total opposite. Nobody think Benny Siegel really killed on people in the hallway. But we know he probably was
like,
there.
do you feel like artists have any responsibility
On the
their
microphone,
music,
yes.
in
But
their music?
it's about,
Like
but
controlling
it's
people.
different. If you don't understand, I'm gonna beat a bitch ass every day. I'm gonna kick her ass. I'm gonna stump her out. I'm gonna punch her in the stomach when she pregnant. Nigga, you dead wrong. If you talk about nigga, I shoot a nigga up if he takes it from my son. That's kind of like that's everybody.
What?
So did you what? Motherfucker, you didn't hear me? Goddamn. It's if you teaching violence against women, like this what the fuck I'm on. But this shoot 'em shit, every rapper
Sex,
say the same
money,
shit.
and drugs is all they talk
That's
about.
all black people talk about.
Did you not hear what I just? Can somebody explain that what I just said?
I heard you.
Then you know, hearing and understanding is different.
I ain't heard you.
Hey, that was
But it's a
we
difference, man.
We don't kill this show. What up? This is a great show tonight. I use the antics at it. They can't stop. They're just like twin 1 and twin 2 right now.
Like orange.
No, but seriously though, chill out.
Oh my god.
What y'all got coming? You got something coming up this week?
Oh man. Yeah.
Y'all know.
I got What Up Though Tuesdays coming. $2 coming to Elmo's.
You
Probably
say
next.
I got what up though too.
I do because it's my club.
Yeah, this is so.
I might not do it. I can do it. No. Yeah, I see that. We supposed to have what I asked you for the same shit every weekend. You know what you just told me? What you just tell me when I asked you that?
I forgot.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you what he told me. Man, you got to do that. Okay, so I got What Up Though. I ain't even like I'm in person eating off
You
of
got
it.
more people for.
I ain't done talking. I got
Oh,
Thursday.
I'm just helping you out.
I'm rude because he asked me something. You rude for interrupting me while I'm trying to talk. Now that's rude.
Hey, this nigga crazy. That's what we're gonna say about this.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
Sure,
now,
you got
thank
something
you.
No, I
Jason.
wasn't done. I wasn't done.
Controversy
Thank
said.
you, Jason.
Fuck this interview.
What about you, DT?
Yeah, I'll be there too.
Okay.
Man, I
I want to see Usher.
I got Elmo's every day of the week starting next month, and I got What Up Though Radio. Got our own shit on Tuesdays. I got Farrah Brunch coming. We finna get this spread, man.
Bad Girls Brunch.
Quit playing.
Don't forget to say the date for the fall in.
10:29.
10/28. Come on. Don't do that, bro. 10/28.
Why not?
Because I didn't do it to you.
Cause you eating off my shit.
Oh.
We eating off our shit.
Jason, how can we
I am.
find you? Tell, how can we find you,
Man,
Jason?
You can
crazy
find
as a
me.
motherfucker, man.
It's like, Lord, nah, but you can find me at missionstl.org. You can also pull up. We at 3108 North Grand, man. That's where we be at. That's where I'm at. So come holler at me, come see me if you want to get involved in some type of volunteer work. October 22nd, you need to meet me at Tandy Gym. You know, come rock with us. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be competitive. It starts at 10 a.m.
What day is that on?
Friday
Pharaoh,
on
you got
Saturday.
an outfit on.
Yep. It's next Saturday.
Oh,
I got
So that's
fast
next
shit.
Saturday, October 22nd. It starts at 10 a.m.
This is team in the
We'll
dirt.
be there until about 3 p.m. So make sure you slide through, but you want to get there on time. It's going to be competitive. You want to jump in these raffles. You want to make sure that you get this dinner, get these shoes. You just need to be where we're going to be at.
Y'all got caterers and stuff.
Y'all heard it.
Caterers.
Y'all heard
There
it.
will be food. Yes, there will be food, all of that. Like, we're going to also have a memorial wall. So for individuals who've had those experiences,
up.
we'll have a counselor present on deck. So
awesome.
if you've had those experiences, like any type of traumatic experiences, we want to connect you with a counselor, and for somebody that you can connect to that we'll be able to pay for. So trying to provide some resources as well, man. So I think counseling is important, and often we have seen things that we can't unsee, and we ain't never really dealt with it. So
Real shit.
With that being said,
When is your 40 dirty?
thank you. I wanted to close out with Jason. He was so tough and exciting, but
That 40
of course, 1028 Star Power, What Up Though Radio, and Prime 55, and Mocha Latte.
You said store power?
Yeah. We are
I don't even-
coming together.
Whose party is this?
What Up Though Radio,
Oh.
Mocha Latte, and Star Power. We are making collaboration. It's fall. We change, get into a more brown sugar type of atmosphere. We celebrate success, money, love, whatever you might just be happy about. That's the energy
I
we
love
have in that.
Tell them what is it?
So
Where's
it's
it
gonna be at Capri, 1028.
1028.
Come out, man. Rock Capri on Saturdays like y'all do on Friday.
Mm,
And then if we leave, we're gonna hit Elmo.
okay.
We'll be close.
Well, you know what happens after that. Going home.
Go to the east side.
Hey, thank you for tuning in. See y'all next week.
City homecoming. We be there.
Good boy.
Mhm.